Wanted to talk today about, of course, Fire Emblem Engage's new confirmation coming off about a week ago, that we will be getting some level of supports with the emblems. And I am obviously really excited. One of the things I first said about Engage is that I really want to be able to meet Marth in a new way, especially since he's kind of the main emblem. I've never had the most positive opinions about Marth, but with this confirmation, I feel like there's going to be more to his character, or at least a chance for me to revisit his character in a way that might make me appreciate him quite a bit more. So I'm hoping that this turns out to be a really good thing for Marth's characterization for me. Because I really don't think he's a bad character, I just think that there hasn't been a great chance for me to bond with his character. And since by the time I played Fire Emblem, there were already like 10 games out, I played Radiant Dawn first. I had a lot of time to go backwards, and by the time you get to those old games where the character's just like, hey, let's go forward, that's kind of who Marth was to me. I didn't have any nostalgia for him by then. I mean, other than the Smash Bros. Nostalgia, but that didn't do too much anyway. But now he's going to be in a new game, and he's going to get new supports, talk to a new character. But it does make me wonder how far it's going to go. I mean, do the 12 emblems have supports with Olir? Or do they have supports with another character? Sigurd can bond with Alfred and with Vander, maybe others as well. Can he only get supports with Olir? Will Sigurd have supports with whoever he engages with? And of course the same question goes to Marth. What I'm really hoping though is that emblems have supports with each other. I have always wanted Chrom and Ike to meet, like literally since Chrom first came out. I have hoped that he and Ike would meet and have supports. And this isn't gonna work this time around, but maybe Lucina and Ike can have a support, and through Lucina and Ike we can actually get Chrom mentioned, and maybe Ike will even want to meet the guy. Like, it seems like they would get along really well. The more in-depth we see them, the emblems that is, the more I'm convinced we won't be getting more than the 12, at least initially. Maybe villains will have them and we'll fight them like that, but like for our team I think we're getting 12. And that's just because, I mean, if they have supports now, they have models in the actual base, and they've got really fluid animations, special skills. Each emblem does a specific thing. I don't know, those animations are so fluid. And Sigurd doesn't move in the same way that Marth does, so I don't think that the flipping around and the whole cape swirling is going to be fitting. But they've also got the fusions, and those are like another new design and another level to that. And that is a lot of work to do that's a lot of work to do for like bonus characters. So I really don't see us getting more than 12. These aren't exactly just drag and dropped models, a lot of work and a lot of love that goes into these characters. So 12 I don't foresee us getting any more than the 12. At least not initially. There's always a really good chance we get DLC, or of course, maybe New Game Plus offers a few more. Even then, the guys that come to New Game Plus, I'm assuming, would be a very watered down version of it. Probably not have supports, maybe just reuse other skills. But all in all, I think it's a good thing. Like, of course, and I will say this every time it comes up, I wanted Chrom to be on there. I want Chrom in New Game. I want to see Chrom and Olir interact. But with what we've got, I mean, this is pretty incredible. This gives me a chance to fall in love with Marth. It gives everybody some more Ike content when Chrom got to be in like 6 spin-offs in a row. So it's fair to give some of that love now to like Ike and Celica, and even Lucina has never had a chance to shine without Chrom. She actually did have a role in Codename Steam, but even there they kind of mentioned Chrom and how Robin and Lucina were there without Chrom, and it's weird. This is her first time to like be her. And of course I'm still hoping Chrom comes up because he's an important character to her life, but she doesn't have to be there in relation to who she is to Chrom. She's there as her own time-traveling hero. Cool, I think she does deserve that spotlight. I just wish Chrom was there too. Or instead, I would prefer Chrom to be there. But I'm happy she's there. I'm excited about where it can go. And I'm hopeful for DLC. There's a decent chance we get DLC, and maybe Chrom is added there. So I'm not mad about it. So, I think Chrom has a good chance to come. Not the point of the video. I don't think it's likely we get more than 12 initially. DLC is going to be our best hope and our friend here. Just getting supports, getting these fluid animations. But it's a good thing that we get all that stuff. I mean, this is such a good chance to explore these characters. And if your favorite isn't in, and you're in a similar position as I am, then I'm sorry. because I feel you and it sucks, but there's a lot of good to look at there. And plus, you know, on the bright side, if your favorite wasn't included, at least there is no chance the character assassinate your favorite character. I'm sure they're going to do it with love. This is the 30th anniversary game. They're trying their best to make sure everything's amazing. But it doesn't change the fact that every time a character shows up, there is a chance they get the character wrong. So if your character's not there, they're not going to do it wrong. Maybe there's comfort in that. But really, DLC. Support the game. Tell the developers what you want. Maybe we get our characters in as DLC. Until then, just try to enjoy it for what it is. Because it looks like it's going to be amazing. Even coming from someone who's like shattered, right? That my character's not in there. Even though I can acknowledge that bias, this looks like it's going to be just absolutely amazing. So please be open-minded with it if you're kind of struggling to forgive it for not putting your favorite in, because it looks like it's going to be great, and those animations are amazing. Other than that, thank you. I know this was short. I wanted to wait for like 4 of these bio videos to come out at a time, but now we'll just wait for like the Firene Kingdom to go, you know, like do it in clusters like that. But this one I just really had to talk about because this has huge implications. And I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed because if they're that involved and there's only 12, there's only 12. But it's a really positive thing at the same time. So there's good and bad, but the good might outweigh the bad here. Aside from my personal bias. Thank you, everybody. Take care.